When you mention the 90s in sports, there's two names that dominated two different sports. One of them was Michael Jordan, basketball. The other was Andre Agassi in tennis. Not only was Agassi a beast on the court, but he also sported some pretty dope kicks. Known for his driplish style and really turning the tennis world on its head and on its ear and switching up things and just challenging people's view of the sport. Sounds like something that needs to happen in golf, right? So back to Agassi. I mean, he was known for wearing really colorful outfits, really colorful swag, drip. I mean, and the way Nike gave him the freedom to really do what he wanted was really cool to see in a sport and watch it kind of transcend and turn into his own brand and his own being, not just from a sportswear perspective, from so many different perspectives. And he kind of had like this anti-country club kind of vibe. He was against the traditional aspects to tennis, but also respected the sport and played at an extremely high level. So it was only right that Nike blessed him with his own signature shoe, which he came out with a bunch of nice silhouettes. But the Air Tech Challenge 2 has always been a fan favorite for me. The splashes of infrared with the speckles of black was just a nice touch. And then obviously you've got the Air Sole unit that kind of gives you the Air Max vibes, but the shoe was just really well put together. And at the time it was super instrumental in growing the sport of tennis and just allowing people, as I mentioned before, to just see it from another eye and another scope. So here are a couple images of the Air Tech Challenge 2. And I've always looked at it and felt like it could be a golf shoe because it's just so renowned in the sneaker community. And one of the reasons it is renowned in the sneakers community is obviously you got the infrared, but more importantly, if you look at the midsole, that midsole should look extremely familiar. Enter the Air Yeezy 2. The Yeezy 2's midsole is directly from the Air Tech Challenge 2 Agassi. So that's where you kind of got to give this shoe a lot of respect, because for Yeezy to kind of take that, that means that this was indeed a staple in his shoe collection and in his closet. So with the shoe, I've always kind of been intrigued by the actual outsole. It kind of put me in mind of the Jordan 4, but I felt like it could be spiced up a little bit. So when I thought about flipping it to golf, I'm like, what can I do to kind of give it a little bit more flavor, a little bit more jazz, and kind of get it going a little bit better? So into my mind popped the Air Max 1 Golf, and with this particular shoe, this is the watermelon colorway or hot punch, whatever you want to call it, but I loved it. The speckles kind of put me in mind of the Air Tech Challenge 2, so that kind of gave it the gave me the memory to go kind of back to that. So here are just a couple pictures. You can see, you know, the back panel, Nike Air, nice little splash there. But the detailing of the shoe was really well done, and it was really kind of understated, but just enough splash to give it some vibes. But where the shoe gets really sick is the outsole. The outsole was just amazing. You've got this nice, you know, the teal punch and that kind of watermelon vibe with the infrared. So I initially was like, yo, I've got to figure out a way to do this with the Agassis, but give it kind of its own lane and its own flavor. So I just decided to mash the soles up and just see how it would work and what it would look like. So let's take a look and see how it came out.
And here we go.
Yo, so for all my loyal subscribers and watchers, I appreciate you guys checking it out. So I wanted to do something kind of special for today. So we talked about the Nike Air Tech Challenge 2 in the golf. Wanted to do the Air Tech Challenge 2 20, which came out last year. So it's a lower top shoe. Always thought that this shoe would look really good as a golf shoe. It kind of does give me that Air Max 93 kind of vibe, just kind of based on that Air unit at the back of the shoe. Always liked how this looked. I love how it does kind of pay homage to the original Air Tech Challenge 2, especially with the lava splash. The shoe is extremely conducive to golf, or not golf, but tennis, but it can be conducive to golf if it's tooled correctly. So my biggest challenge here was obviously trying to figure out what sole would work, but we can still kind of show off that air unit. So enter the Nike Air Zoom Victory Tour on and off course spikeless. So I've always loved how this air unit was a little bit different from normals. It's got the Zoom Air in it, but it also has like the threaded areas in the air unit, and not to mention the sole is just sick. Kind of almost has a similar spikeless sole to the Air Max 270 NRG, so it was really kind of cool to see how these mashed up and work. So figured I could do a little color change with it and kind of make it work. So I guess let's check it out and see what's up.
And here we go.
As always, I appreciate you tuning in today. Hope you liked the episode. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Also be on the lookout for a special edition Make 'em Golf Jordan dropping this Friday. Later.